Bună dimineața. Good morning. It's day 10 on the trail. This is Paul from Backpacking in Bruce. And whoa boy. So it's Sunday, Orthodox Easter, the 12th of April. As I said, day 10 on the trail for us. So last night we stayed at Pensione Bargaului in the town of Bistrita Bargaului. Probably not pronouncing that right. And it was kind of like a VRBO in that we had one room in the house and a family of Romanians, three siblings and the grandmother and the mother and grandchildren had the rest of the house. And they had a barbecue last night and barbecued all kinds of sausages and mici, which is a sausage with a combination of meats, and oh boy, all kinds of food. And there was lots of palenka last night. We just had the best time talking with them and just enjoying the evening. Just wonderful. And it was a late night, we think, and a late night and a late start this morning. So it's about 9 in the morning, and instead of walking over 2 mountains and taking 10 hours to get to Bistrita, which is our destination tonight, we are walking on the road. And hopefully can get there in 5 hours. So we're cutting our distance and our time, hopefully in half. We'll see how it goes. The road right here through Bistrita Bargaului is pretty quiet and just a 2-lane road. We're not sure once we leave this town what the road's going to be like, so we'll see. But anyway, we're kind of cheating today. Not quite a Nero, but we just didn't want to be walking 20 miles after such a late start. And we'll see how it goes. Boy, the hospitality and friendliness of the people here is just amazing. We were walking out of Bistrita Bargaului. There was an older couple. They were just out in their yard, saw us walking by, spoke a whole bunch of Romanian, and the lady brought out 2 hard-boiled eggs that were dyed for the Easter holiday. And we did our little egg battle right in front of them. I won, of course. And I just finished eating the hard-boiled egg, and that was great, and just so friendly. And they invited us in for coffee as well. We declined because we just had so far to go. But oh my goodness, just the friendliness and how accommodating the folks are here. It's just incredible. Alrighty, recap yesterday, day 9, which was a Saturday, the 11th of April. We departed Transilvanica Social right around 9 o'clock. Apparently we walked 15 miles on the trail, but we had to divert off the trail to get to our accommodations last night, Pensione Rares. So altogether, we walked about 16 miles yesterday, climbed about 2,500 feet, according to AllTrails and or the watch, the Apple Watch. We arrived at about 4:30 or so, but we did stop at the supermarket and grab some beer real quick before we showed up at our accommodation. So we had real good weather yesterday, clear, nice sunny day, and looks like today's going to be the same. So I look forward to that. But anyway, that was a recap of yesterday, day 9 on the trail. Boy, so Sunday morning, the 12th of April, Easter, Orthodox Easter Sunday. and it is quiet. We just walked through the main part of Bistrita Bargaului, and nobody, not one shop is open, barely any cars on the road, and it's just super quiet. We're not sure if it's like this every Sunday, but today it is just incredibly quiet in the town. Just kind of not eerie or anything, but we know that apparently the Orthodox Easter, there's a midnight service that people go to on Saturday night, and it can last for as long as 6 hours apparently. So we know that probably a lot of folks are just still sleeping. So I mentioned earlier about spending sharing a barbecue with the family, the Romanian family last night. So interesting, they live somewhere near Moldova, near the in Romania, but near Moldova, toward that way, I guess eastern Romania. And so it was the grandmother and 3 siblings, 2 brothers and a sister. And one of the gentlemen, one of the brothers, they're all in the construction industry, carpentry. They said they do carpentry, they do masonry work. But the one brother, he works 10 months in London as in the construction industry, and then he spends the other 2 months back in Romania with his family. So he separates, he does the geo bachelor thing, and he works in London as a in the construction industry, just because the pay is so much better. But sacrifices his time away from his family for those 10 months in order to make extra money, which is incredible. What a sacrifice. And it speaks to, the economy here in Romania, I suppose, that, skilled folks, one, they can make a better wage overseas or in another country than they can here in Romania. So one of the cool things about walking along here is you get to see all these stork nests. They're just along the road here. There's one right here across the street from where I am. And then if you go down the road here, you can see another one in the distance right there. About 11:30 on day 10 on the Via Transilvanica trail, except we're not on the trail right now. We, as I mentioned before, we took a detour. Instead of going on a 20-mile hike, we overtopped 2 mountains. We decided to cut it short and head to Bistrita via the road, which we thought would be a 10-mile, but it's ended up being 14 miles. So, oh well, so much for that. The kind of cool thing is, the cool thing is that, how on the Via Transilvanica they've got kilometer stones. Well, on the road here right now, there's not one right now, but they have kilometer markings. So we're counting down the kilometers to the center of Bistrita, and we still have about another 10 and some kilometers to finish out our approximately over a 14-mile day, which we thought was going to be a 10-mile day, but oh well. Good news is it's really flat. Bad news is a lot of the road that we're walking along, it's been highway kind of. It's 2-lane road, but one in both directions, one in either direction, I mean, and cars don't really go that slow along it. And we're just walking on a small shoulder, if you can see. It's not that big, but anyway, we're more than halfway there. Hopefully be there in another couple hours. I want to show you some of the construction here. So these buildings, they have a lot of, some of the towns that we've walked through, today. These buildings are sort of all connected. They look very sort of like municipal buildings of some kind, but we think that they're homes. Walking through the villages, so the houses are right near the road, maybe 15-20 feet back from the road, and you get quite a mix of one house will be brand new and the next house will be falling in disrepair. Like this one right here is a fairly new house. Then the one right next to it is a old rundown building like this. We asked the folks at the Transilvanica social about that. I guess it's not all cut and dry exactly why it's that way, but one thought was the people were just leaving their homes behind and going elsewhere and just leaving them, which happens in the States too, so not a big deal. Oh, I'm gonna get on the sidewalk here. A little reprieve from the highway. Well, anyway, and there's some homes around here like that. Well, that's not a home, I don't think. Not sure what that is, but and there's some residential properties over there. Well, we are about maybe an hour and a half or so from our destination in Bistrita, and we were able to get off the highway, which is kind of nice. In the last town that we walked through there, we took a sort of a left turn off the main road and ended up walking through a residential area, and then Google Maps gave us a different route instead of walking the highway. So we're now walking on sort of a farm road, which is a whole lot nicer than walking along the highway with those speeding cars. So it's a little iffy though. We think this is a public road, but we just walked through a farm and they had about 8 or 10 loose dogs about, all of them barking at us, but fortunately none of them attacked us or anything. So, and we've learned that the folks that sort of manage the trail told us you're more likely to get in trouble with dogs than you are with a bear, so we're trying to watch out for that. Anyway, so hopefully another hour and a half or so and we'll be in our hotel. Can't wait. Okay, so it's about 2:12 in the afternoon and we are arriving close. We're approaching our hotel here in Bistrita. It's been about 14 and a half miles. So much for a half day. Anyway, 14 and a half miles, a lot of road walking. About 49 feet of elevation gain. It's not so bad. Left the pensione at about 9 o'clock this morning, so we've been walking for at least 5 hours or so. Mostly flat, of course, but we made good time. But our dogs are barking. It's really hurts the feet when you walk this much on pavement. So anyway, so that's day 10 on the trail, and call it a wrap.